Hello and welcome back to Griffin Indiana for our survivalish Let's Play for I believe might be episode 43, but I'm a little bit ahead at the minute recording wise, so and I've left my planter there, I forgot about that, so I might be wrong. I think I've just in the last couple of days I've released episode 40 so this will be like the third one backed up. Yeah, totally forgot about that cedar. I'll have to come back and get that. In today's episode we'll only be staying in the second half of March for a little bit. We've got a couple of jobs we need to do and then we'll fast forward into April because there's very little else we actually need to do in March. There's no planting that we need to do. That's going to be done in April when I think we can put sorghum in. We've got no contracts to do. We did do a couple of contracts after we finished recording the last video and they were fertilising contracts. Some of them pretty decent. I think one of them paid out about 20 grand, but then there was like, I think we did 3 altogether, possibly 4, so that's what's got us up to 215 grand now. Obviously if you watched the last episode, I think we spoke about it in the last one where we're aiming towards buying a new piece of land, and I want a pretty decent sized one as well if we can afford it. And let's have a look, see what's in the used. Nothing for us there. What we need to do though is we need to get pig feed because our pigs are, I think, in fact I was going to say they're running low, but they're not, they're out. We're going to have to get some chicken feed as well after. Well, not from here. We're not going to have to get chicken feed, sorry. We're going to have to feed the chickens. We have our own feed, don't we? Although, it'll probably just, it would be more beneficial to buy the chicken feed, really. I can't see where we're at here. Is that close enough? No. Is that close enough? No. No. Yeah. Nearly at our 10,000 capacity, which is 2 full pallets worth. There we go. And that is a lot of pig food, although it won't go overly far really. Especially given the fact that we're increasing the amount of pigs which we're breeding. We were keeping it at, I don't know what the exact number was, but we were keeping it at quite a solid level. But we've just added an extra 40 to our breeding pigs, so that means our feed's going to go down a lot quicker as well. I think one of the other things to get through into April is it's not just planting the sorghum, but our fabric, I believe, it's top price in April as well. So there's another benefit. Right, where are we at? There we go. Get that tipped out. We don't need to fill it. I can go back and do more off camera, that's not an issue. I mean, look, it doesn't touch the sides, has it? But it'll keep them going for now. Right, we don't need this. Let's get out of there. Jump over. And we'll quickly go and get in the front loader. And then once we've fed these, we'll jump into April. I mean, the daft thing is, we'll feed these now, jump into April, and they will need feeding immediately. They'll have run out of food even before we get into the next day, which is daft. It's just too small, isn't it? The capacity, the feed capacity, or the feed capacity, sorry, it's just far too small for the amount of chickens you get. I'm sure there's 500 chickens in there, yet it only takes 1,000 litres of feed. There we go. Field wise, I'm hoping once we go in April we're going to have access to a few more contracts. See if we can get up to, really once we sell the fabric as well, we want to be getting up to sort of towards 300,000. That should buy us a pretty decent field. Because I think, like I said in the last video as well, equipment wise there's nothing really other than probably a bigger combine that we need. We've got everything. We don't need bigger tractors at the minute. Implements we don't really need bigger. It's the combine, isn't it? The combine's probably too small to what we're going to need it for. Right. There we go. Okay, I'm going to go and jump into April. I'm really hoping that this hits the first growth stage for grass. Because I'm worried that something's gone slightly wrong with the grass because the other field's exactly the same. But we'll jump into April and we'll see what the crack is. We're in April and it is still raining. Unbelievable. I'm sure it will have stopped at some point. Well, it was shown that I was going to stop, wasn't it? I didn't see. I didn't have a look to see what time that it was due to stop, but yeah. I mean, we'll still get some seeding done now, I think. What do we need to do? We only need to do them two fields there, don't we? In fact, should we have a look to see what let's have a look to see what contracts there is. Oh, and fabric 3.8. And it's going down. That is what we need to do then, isn't it? Where do we sell the fabric? If it's going down, is it down there? It is down there. So we need to get the trailer. I haven't got a front lifter up there either. Oh, this is so annoying. Front lifter, front loader even. I might actually go up with the front loader. It'll just be really slow. Let's get this changed over to pallets. Are they out? Yes, they're out, obviously. I'm pretty sure I can attach the trailer to this. So if we put the pallet fork on, get the trailer on, and then have an extremely slow drive up there. Although obviously we won't keep that on camera. I'll have to check the our productions as well, make sure they've got enough water and manure and seeds. Yeah, we can attach that on there. Get that lifted. Tell you what, I'll go straight up here because that keeps us out the way of traffic as well. Still haven't moved. I've seen it. I mean, if the train comes now, I am going to have to stop on it because we just don't have enough speed to get past it, but luckily, we're alright. We're alright. I've nearly been caught out by that before. Where it's just whizzed out of nowhere. Nearly took me back end off. Right. I will see you up there because this is going to take some time. We're getting there. Slowly. But we're getting there. And it stopped raining. It's fully stopped raining. Right. It's a shame. It's a shame you can't have access to these, the oil, isn't it? On here. I think you can on... Is it the Frontier it's called, or just Frontier? Can you drill for oil on that? I've had a look around the map, but only really briefly. I loaded it up and just had a quick sort of look around, but I've never actually played on it. I'm pretty sure one of the options on there was to drill for oil, or to certainly make money off oil production in some way, shape or form. Look at these would be absolutely devastated, these. Right, let's get in here. we're going to have a good chunk of cash with this. If we get 3,800, sorry, from each one, this isn't going to be bad at all. Right, let's get that back here. Get these loaded up. I'll start with these over here because I might be able to just lift 2 at a time. I remember stacking all these up. I can't actually remember using this to do it. Because I can't think why I would have had my front loader over here, unless it was when I brought the maybe it was when I brought the wool up, and we just brought it up using the front loader instead of a tractor. That might have been why. It's not like you can lift them, is it? Pushed over. Maybe not. We should be able to push them over just with this next set. No, we didn't need to. More than enough space. Right. How far off are we from another one? 730 odd. So we might get... Oh, the price is going down though, isn't it? I was going to say I could fast forward time to get another one on, but what we'll gain by selling that one straight off, we'll lose by the price going down at the sell point. So I don't think there's any point in that. I mean, we could always come up later in the month, can we? Later in April. It should still be sort of 3,800, just not at absolute peak. Get this hooked up and then I'll get them strapped together. Excellent. Oh my god, no it's not. Oh, don't say we're going to have to bring a tractor up. This did this with the water, didn't it? We're going to have to, aren't we? Oh, that's so annoying. That is so annoying. Right, I'm going to park this to the side. I'm going to nip down. Probably get the... I don't suppose it'll matter what tractor we get. Get one of the tractors. And then I'll see you on the way back down. So, funny story. That isn't overly funny from my point of view. I think the last part of the video that you'll have seen was me just about to travel up to the production to start picking up our fabric. Well, we did that. We took it back down, we sold it. We then started... What did we start doing? We then started seeding our fields. We then started seeding our fields. We got one done. We were on the second one, and the game crashed, kicked us out. And because I hadn't stopped the recording, I lost all of it. So there was quite a lot of footage that we lost. Literally, I mean, the footage started with I think I was just driving up here with the front loader. So it was us putting all the pallets on, and like I said, getting them sold, and everything that goes with it. And yeah, all gone because I didn't stop the recording. So that was a bit of a pain. It does that quite a lot on this map still. Where what else are we playing on at the minute? Oh God, I wasn't looking there, was I? What's our other map? Our other map is Forest Challenge. Doesn't do that on there. It's really weird. I mean, it's done it on a few maps on FS22, hasn't it? It's not just been this map, I think, in general. Does anyone else have that issue with it? Where they get kicked off? Because sometimes it can be really bad on mine. And it can't just be mine. It must be others as well. But it's just one of them things that we having to deal with, I suppose. On a brighter note though, we have 7,000 litres of fabric. Off the top of my head, I think the price was around 3,800-ish. But we'll have to check that. I'm sure it was around that though. And it was like pretty much peak price. So we should make a decent wedge of money. I do remember that I mentioned this, is you may notice just over here where there's all this concrete, there is a building missing. And that is, if you remember, we when we first got way back, like in the first few episodes, when we first got our greenhouse, we had nowhere to sell the wares, did we? So we had to buy the market. In fact, I think we spent quite a bit of money on it. We had to buy like a supermarket just to be able to sell the stuff that we were producing in that greenhouse. Since I accidentally deleted that greenhouse pack, that's gone as well. So this land down here is ours. Where is it? There it is. So that's ours down there. We paid for it, 10 grand, yeah. We paid for it, we didn't just get it. So we could do something on here. We could put stuff on here. I just don't know what to put on there yet. Any ideas? Please let me know. Right, let's get this sold. Looking good. 27,000, 28, 29, like just over 29,000. I am more than happy with that. More than happy. And we've got loads of wool in the production at the minute as well. So that's just cycling through. We put about 14,000 litres in, didn't we, from what I remember? Oh, contracts. We could do with looking at contracts, to be honest, but not yet. In fact, what is there? Is any... Oh, they're all baling, and the weeding one's not worth it. Where's the fabric one? Have I just went past it? What a dial, I went right past it, didn't I? Second one down, my god. Yeah, loads of wool in there, that should last ages. Right, what I'm going to do, I am going to park this trailer up. I'm going to get hitched up to the cedar, and we're going to get cracking with that. Okay, we are ready to start. We've got sorghum in. That's what we've decided to put in this field and the one just behind our other shed. So our little field. When we originally did this, I had a bit of a discussion around what we should put in that one. Just because obviously it doesn't yield much, does it? But I thought if we're just going to go with the same crop as what we put in here, then it doesn't really matter that the field's so small, is it? It's just treated as a bit of an extension of this field, basically. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to put sorghum in that little field over there as well, and especially seeing as we've got the piece of land that the supermarket used to be on to put any placeables, then that I just don't see myself using that bit of land for anything else. So that is what we're going to do. So yeah, sorghum in here. We've got the fertilizer automatically going in as well. Right, these corners were a pain the first time round. I'll do this side and then swing round and miss that tiny little bit there. I think this tractor pulls absolutely fine. I don't know if last year we used this tractor. I don't even know if we had it. What? In fact, let's have a look, see what's on there now. I've always liked that one. That little Fiat there, I always like it because it's just nostalgia for FS19. First tractor I ever used playing FS. I mean, it's not that exact one, is it? Because I think the one in FS19, in fact, I don't think I know, was the 150 horsepower version. But yeah, always like that. We actually got it, didn't we? We got the same one when we done our 24 hours on Hinterland series. Well, I say series, just like a mini series really. I think, was it 4 episodes we ended up doing? It's either 3 or 4. I've got in my head that it's 4. But yeah, that's the tractor we ended up buying. That that Hinterland series, or they just, it doesn't, the map doesn't matter, but the 24-hour series, that that was way different than I expected. It's surprising how much you can't get done in 24 hours on FS. And I remember in particular on that series, we give ourselves too many restrictions. I can't remember exactly what they were. There might have been we weren't allowed to loan items, so there was no leasing. It might have been on hard economy as well. I remember it being we made it to the point where we couldn't progress as fast as what we would like to in that time. I wouldn't mind doing another one though. If I can find the right map to do it on, I could do another 24-hour series. Although I'd like to get it in one episode. Can't remember how long we ended up going for in the end. How long the episodes were. I'm sure the episodes were dead long for each of the episodes. Great English. I mean, it is really, really late at night, and I've just done a 10-hour shift at work. But basic English. Yeah, I'm sure they're all like 40, 50 minutes long. One of them might have even been just under an hour long. Might have a look actually, just to see if there's any map that I want to play on, but don't really want to spend the whole time doing a full Let's Play. I know very much, for our next series, I know exactly what we're going to do. I know the whole theme to it and what we'll be doing on it. And if the right map comes out before this comes out, which it might do because I've got a few episodes banked at the minute, we might already be in it. But that map just hasn't come yet. And there's a couple of really good maps come out. There's so just to give you an example of when we're now doing this second part of this episode, Court Farms by Oxygen Javid's just been released yesterday, I think. So today is Wednesday, the 12th. Is that the 12th or the 13th? 13th, Wednesday the 13th of September. Well, I'm going well off there. That is why you don't use mobile phones when you drive. So Wednesday the 13th, Court Farms came out yesterday. I just think quite a lot of people why is that going on there? Because that's not my area. It's not good, is it? I definitely can't afford that. It's like over $1 million. Yeah, I'd love to play on Court Farms, especially since we haven't got a British map at the minute either. But I think there's been with it coming out on PC first. There's sort of quite a lot of people already know card farms, isn't there? And then obviously we've had one of the other ones that I'd be really interested in would be American Falls. I was looking at that today actually. I was on that map today before I came out, before I went out to go to work, just to see if that would work on the idea that I've got. But we shall have to see. I don't think it will. I think if we're going to play on American Falls, it would be on under different conditions to what I was thinking. Right, at least we've got past getting into this field and it not freaking out. So I said that and thought, I now immediately, why is that not covering? I wonder if it's because it's the absolute boundary. I now immediately need to go off and save the game, because 100% it would kick us out, wouldn't it? I think, is this the last field we need to do? I apologise if we've already spoke about this being in the last field that we need to do. I just, when it kicked us out last time, I had to just, it was one of them moments where I had to turn the PlayStation off and just walk away for a bit. It was so frustrating. This cedar is so good on this map. I know it's good on a lot of maps, but just American maps like this, and especially with they've normally got, because you on the American maps you don't tend to get bushes and other shrubbery and trees and stuff on the edge there, on the edge of the fields. They're normally open like this. I know not all of them are like that, but if you look at a lot of the American maps that are on here, even if you just go by the popular ones like this and Stone Valley, and you've got American Falls, and was it Welker's another one, isn't it? And I'm sure I've missed loads out because there's loads of amazing American maps. They're normally really open, aren't they? You don't get like you do with the British maps where you've sort of got the country roads and all the shrubbery on either side, literally surrounded by hedges. We don't see that on the American ones. I can put this in front of the harvester because I'm not going to need that for another good few months yet. Right, let's have a look at the fields we own. I'm pretty sure everything's got crop in now. Where are we at? Go on, that's what. Ah, it doesn't show both. So we own that field, that's got a crop in, that's got a crop in. Now these two have got crops in. What we need to do is decide where we're going to go next. So what have we got money-wise? We've got 146 grand, 187, 253, so we're not far off that. Oh my god. That's got barley in it. I'd like one of these, but they're like 300 and odd, aren't they? 317. That one's a decent one as well because you get a load of trees with it. But one of these we need to decide. I think that one's in our price range as well. It is 312 for that one. We're not too far away with that. What's that got in now? That got barley in as well. I wonder if we did a couple of contracts. I wonder if we could aim to get that one. I think these are there and thereabouts as well, but they're they've got sunflowers in, so it would mean we'd have to get a different header. Is that one just not got anything in it? No, so that one's just cultivated. Yeah, but we'll have to have a look on another day for that. Have we got? I can't remember because of everything that's happened. I can't remember if we said what else we were going to do in this episode. They're alright. They're alright. Apart from we need to figure out what we're doing with the slurry. They're not. Right. Let's get over. We're going to see the animals, and then that's going to be it for the video, I think. When I said about feeding the animals, I totally forgot the front loader was up at the spinnery, so I've had to go up and get that. But now we can we've got a couple of bales left, and we can get these sheep fed. Pure sheep, and to be fair, probably the chickens as well, because they just always need food. Unless we did it at the beginning of the episode and I just can't remember. Right, we might as well just get both bales. What are we going to do with the slurry from the pigs? What on earth are we going to do? Is there anywhere we can sell slurry? Can we take it to the have we gone past it? Can we take it to the animal place? Seriously, have we got, there it is. No, so it's just the biogas. I wonder if you can buy, do you know one of them mods where it's just like, it's the sort of concrete tank bit on the bottom, like a concrete plate. I wonder if you can get one of them and you can sort of place it and then sell it from there. That might be an option. Just 126,000 litres worth of slurry we've got. It just seems like such a waste if we don't do anything with it. Right, and the last ones. Look it up. They all now have food, and we've still got nearly 8,000 litres. We've nearly got a full bale left as well. So, what we're going to do, we're going to leave it there, because I have no idea how long this video is now. We've probably got loads done. I can't remember. It's been quite frustrating. However, we got there in the end. So, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one.
PlayStation